Now, this young man, Shakeel Cooper, let me tell you, March the 6th, because I'm really close, March the 6th, his birthday, he made 31. Now, wait a minute. He made 31? Yeah, he got started 11 years ago. Now, think about this. Miss Lynch, I want you to think about this. Daryl Ranson, I want you to think about this. Miss Hernandez, I want you to think about this. Dwight, I want you to think about this. Mr. Dix, I definitely want you to think about it. And Josh Casey, he hasn't had a job, listen up, in 11 years. Don't let it sink in. Let it sink in. These trainings and information are so important that if you listen, guess what happened for you? I've not had one in 35. He hasn't had one in 11 years. And the truth be told, he had in Turk and Caicos, one of his RVPs, who's a year older than he is, 32, the ripe young age of 32 years old. That was in Turk and Caicos, and he had to change and look like Shakeel. I said, who's your upline RVP? He said, Shakeel. I said, I should have known, because he's duplicating you so well, you even look like him. See, that's what I'm talking about. He's done so well that his leaders are showing up to these international retreats. And I'm trying to get all of you to go to one, because God, it's so doable. 2,500 customers between now and the end of the year. And they say you had to do it by yourself. Your team can help you get there. So without further ado, my dear friend from late last week in Nashville, Tennessee, we had a good time on Thursday and Friday in Nashville. We had a leadership that was beyond amazing, because we had a roundtable discussion. We chopped it up on Friday for leadership. Without further ado, let's give a warm welcome to none other than Regional Vice President, Mr. Shakeel Cooper.
Thank you. I want to say thank you guys again for the great time that I had in Nashville. I definitely can't wait to be back. I mean, I ate till I couldn't eat no more. I had a ball. You know, I had a lot of fun. It was just a great time in Nashville, just to get around like-minded individuals. But just the experience overall was just phenomenal. So you guys treated me great, and I definitely can't wait to be back. And I do want to thank you again, Mr. Thomas, for pointing to me, but not also just pointing to me, but showing me that, hey, listen, I haven't worked a job in 35 years. I can't wait to say I haven't worked a job in 35 years. So if you get around people that have the things that you want, eventually you're going to have those same things too. So for the people on the call who don't know who I am, really briefly, like Mr. Thomas did say, my name is Shakeel Cooper. I'm currently 31 years old, got involved in this ACN opportunity about 11 years ago, no business background, working at Applebee's. While attended college at Morgan State University, a close friend of mine said, hey, you open to making some extra money. I came out, I saw the information. I got started on the spot because it just made sense. And from there, I got started right away, had an event the next day, and since that day, business has been growing. So one thing I want to talk about really quickly is that success loves speed. So if you're on this call today, you're trying to figure out, hey, how do I get my business off the ground? Success loves speed. When I first got started in ACN, I didn't wait a week to have an event. I didn't wait 2 weeks. I did it right away. So when you just do it right away, and when you do it right away, guess what happened? It goes. And it's like momentum. It just keep going. You know, when I tell most people my story, like, hey, man, did you ever had any, I'm like, man, since I started ACN, we never not had events. We never not been to an event. We every single day to this day, we're working a business. Because success loves speed. If you want to do it fast, you got to do it every single day. You can't just do it when you feel like doing it. See, the problem is most people do the business when they feel like it. They talk to people when they feel like it. No, I talk to people every single day. What are you scared to talk to people about? The only reason why you might be scared to talk to people is because you just don't believe in yourself enough. Because if you really truly know what you have your hands on, I'm telling you, you'll talk to everybody. You want everybody to get a piece of this. Because like Mr. Thomas said, seeing my leaders travel the world with ACN, go on trips, and experience some of the same things that I experienced, this is why they've been around for 11 years with me. See, my people didn't just get started a couple years ago. My leaders started with me. And they all got a chance to experience going on to these trips. I've also been on these trips with my leaders. So it's great that we go there, but do you know how much better it feels when it's a gang of us and we're all on the same team and we're at these events? We're traveling, we're at these resorts. I mean, we sit back and I was laughing at it yesterday in my business. I'm like, just think about all the trips we've been on. It's no trip like an ACN trip. Everything is free. You feel like a millionaire for a week because you don't got to pay for anything. You can eat what you want. You're never thinking about the bill. Have you ever been on a trip where you can just eat wherever you want, drink wherever you want? Listen, the best of the best, and you don't even got to pull out your debit card or credit card. If you haven't experienced that, listen, I promise you need to. Because just the fact that they have a company that does that, I mean, ACN has the best trips. So for me, understanding that what I have my hands on, I'm very grateful for ACN. See, it's all about how do you look at things. Like Mr. Thomas said, life and death is in the power of the tongue. So if you speak, man, this business is hard, this business is this business is that, then guess what's going to happen? You're going to have those same type of experiences. For me, I speak, this is fun. I love it. I mean, it's exciting. I speak positive things about the opportunity that I have my hands on, and that's why I have a positive reality in this business. Because most people that I talk to, they only complain and talk about what they can't do or why they can't do it or how to do it instead of just doing it. Just do it. Speak whatever you want to happen out of this opportunity. Because whatever you speak on your business is how your business is going to be. So if you say to yourself, man, this thing is hard, I can't get people to sign up, nobody wants to do it with me, or any of those type of things, guess what's going to happen? You're going to have those same type of experiences. I've never spoke negative on my business. I never said it was hard. I never complained to my mentor one time. In 11 years, I never complained, not one time. Because I understand that what I speak on my business is what my reality is going to be. So that's why my experience in the ACN has been very different for everyone else because I only speak positive on my business. I speak positive in life in general. See, I only speak about what I want to happen instead of what could happen. Too many people focus on, man, what can happen? Listen, it's not hard, but it's all on you. It's all on you. I tell people all the time, like, listen, the business work for those that believe it can work. Whatever you believe is going to be a reality. Because for so many years, people make me seem like I'm this super special person and I got lucky and all of that's like, no, I did the work. But I also spoke everything. I had vision boards 10 plus years ago. I said I was going to live the life that I'm living today 10 plus years ago. I was delusional. And most people was calling me crazy, like, oh, you believe in those things and, it's not going to work. Let's give it 2-3 years from now. And, and it's like, man, it's 11 years later and I'm still living a great life and you're still living a life that you don't really like. So everybody that was talking negative on my dreams, they're still living a life that they really don't want to live. But 11 years later, I'm still living a life that I want to live. Because I actually did the work and I went out there and I made it happen. I didn't complain. My mentor didn't have to hold my hand throughout the journey. Like, I'm hustling harder than him. Because I'm a hustler. Listen, every day that I wake up, I got to go get some money. That's why I'm always in a car, always on the road. Like, I got to go get the money. Listen, successful people go get the money. They're not sitting around waiting for the money to come to them. You got to go get it. Because, listen, it works if you work it, I'm telling y'all. But if you don't work the business every single day for months, years, every single day, if you don't attend the events, if you don't get your people to the training events, if you don't talk to your team every single day, like if you don't build it every single day, it's going to take you many, many years to experience what ACN has to offer. I'm telling you, ACN is one of the best companies that I've ever been a part of because their business model works with anything. Like the things that you learn from ACN, you can apply to any part of your life. Just think about the personal development. When last time you grew? When last time you read a book? When last time you watched your motivational videos? What I started doing now was every night before I go to sleep, I just go to YouTube, type in secret lives of the super rich, and they just be showing like these multi-million-dollar houses. Like some of these houses, 80 million, 40 million, islands, and I mean, when I go to sleep at night, I be dreaming now like one day I'm gonna have an island. I don't know where I'm gonna get $100 million from, but guess what? I just believe that one day it's gonna happen. You got to become delusional in a positive way. I'm training myself because your mind don't know reality or online on YouTube. So if you feel like, listen, I can have this, even though you don't have it, but you feel it inside of you, then guess what happened? It's gonna happen. You can manifest the world that you want to live, but at the end of the day, faith without work is dead. You got to put in the work. You got to put. It's a lot of work. If it was easy, everyone would do it. Think about it. Think about how many people you've seen come and go. If it was easy, everyone would do it. But it's not easy as far as in getting up every single day and just doing a little thing brick by brick. See, it's not going to happen overnight, but I promise you, those years that you put in, you're going to look back on your life like, man, thank God I took this business serious years ago and I didn't wait until 2024. I'm so happy I took ACN serious. 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Listen, I'm so grateful because I couldn't imagine having to start my business over now. Just imagine if you saw ACN 10 years ago, but you decided to take it serious today. You just wasted 10 years. Those 10 years that you could have worked could have set you up for the rest of your life. Because it did for me. My business is only going to keep growing. You want a business where you don't even know everyone in your team no more. You are the myth. Because there's so many layers. There's so many other leaders. There's so many people that's having success that it's not only about you, but you are the example. If you don't become successful in ACN, how can you show other people how to become successful? If you don't make money in ACN, how you going to teach somebody else how to make money? You got to do it first. You got to be the example. See, I was the example. That's why I don't have the problems that most people have in network marketing because I just did the work. When my mentors, when I was a part of their organization, they was grateful for me because they finally found somebody that was young, hungry, coachable, and he just did the work and he never complained. Listen, I've never had any arguments back and forth. I've never had one single negative experience with any of my uplines. And that's RVP all the way to senior vice president. My whole entire journey, I can call them today and they'll pick up. Because still to this day, I brought value to their business. Still to this day, they're making money and enjoying life from the fruits of my labor. They gave me the blueprint. I went out there and did the work. And now we're all eating. Do you see how simple this is? It's a team. We got to help each other. We got to work as a unit. I was telling people the other day, I'm like, listen, if you want to get your business rocking and rolling, start doing at least one team meeting a week. If you guys are all in the same city, pick one location every single week and y'all come together every single week. Just one day. Just one day. You can do, I did Wednesdays at 8:30. Everybody knew Wednesdays at 8:30 for a year plus, probably almost 2 years. Mr. Adam Roop drove to Baltimore 2.5 hours and had a meeting. It was 50 plus people in my living room every single week. So even if for that week, if everyone had small personal home meetings, when someone came and saw 50 people, they're like, man, what's going on in Baltimore? That's what got them locked in. The energy, the synergy. They saw all these people hungry for opportunity. Just once a week, you got to do it. That's the one thing I've done different in my career that I didn't see other people do. They might have did it here and there. Some people tried to do it, but it's all about consistency. If you're not going to be consistent, don't do it. Don't say we're going to get together every single week, and then when that day comes, you got a bunch of excuses on why you can't be there. Because you can't make excuses and money at the same time. Pick one. See, I just did the work. I didn't get lucky. I just did the work. I'm still working. All you guys still working. All you guys still grinding. All you guys still putting in the work. Do you have to wait for your mentor to call you to motivate you, or do you wake up motivated and motivate your mentor? Are you making your mentor proud? I know I make my mentor proud. Like, he like, man, like the fact that, you know, you put in the work and now you spending time with your kid, you traveling, you living life, you enjoying the fruits of your labor because I told you it was going to work if you work it. And guess what? I believe them. And just seeing the fact that we get a chance to live our dreams through ACN, no one can tell me that ACN doesn't work. You can't tell me nothing negative about the company. because I don't know anyone else that's have time freedom. I don't know anyone else that can build a global business. I don't know anyone else that can go into any city and just start a company from scratch. Do you understand what we have? Do you understand that most people are sitting around every single day hoping and praying to get a job, but you can start your own business. You got an opportunity to be a business owner. People say all the time, I want to start my own business. Listen, when it comes to traditional business, you better become successful in ACN than traditional business. Because if you don't have the cash flow, if you don't have the capital, if you don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars, just think about how much money it costs you to run your business. Pennies. Pennies compared to being a traditional business owner. You got to pay rent. You got to pay for the building. You got to pay for products. You got to pay for insurance. You got to pay for your employees. Just think about all the overhead that come with being a traditional business. And in AC, you got a website. You got a website. It's a website. So again, it's very simple. It's very simple. It's very, very simple. So if you just go out there and do the work, it's going to pay off in a major way. I promise you it's going to pay off in a major way. So again, you guys got to go out there and just do the work. Put in the work. Put in the grind. Put your head down and get to work. Because ACN, the opportunity is there. Everything is already in place. But are you willing to put your head down for a few years to do the work? Are you willing to do it? Are you willing to do it? If you're not willing to do it, stop lying to yourself and just do something else. Because you're only going to look back and regret that you didn't take the business serious. I'm telling you, regret weighs a ton. You know how many older people I talk to that said, man, I wish I would have seen it when I was your age. I'm like, I'm happy I seen it when I was my age. Because regret weighs a ton. When you look back, you're like, man, if I would have took that opportunity serious, what if? You don't want to live your life full of what if. What if? What if it would have worked? What if I would have got to senior vice president? What would like, come on. Instead of saying what if, just do it. Like Nike, just do it. Because you can make that a reality. No one is stopping you. Do you understand that your success is in your hands? It's not in Mr. Thomas' hands, or it's literally in your hands. No one is stopping you from being successful but you. And no one is holding you back either. No one is holding you back but you. So are you going to go out there and do the work? Are you going to go out there and say to myself, listen, I'm going to stop playing with this opportunity. Just talk to people. It ain't hard to talk to people. Invest into yourself. Like I tell people all the time, you are your biggest investment. You be young, black, old, short, tall, it doesn't matter. Anyone can make themselves a better person. This is America. Everything's possible. Anything's possible. I'm from Baltimore City. How you let a kid from Baltimore City become successful in one of the best network marketing companies in the entire world? No business background, was working at Applebee's, like literally get involved in an opportunity and took off right away. How? Well, some of you are on this call, you own businesses, you've went to I'm a college dropout. You went to college, you've been more experienced than me in life. I'm a college dropout that was serving tables at Applebee's and got involved in a network marketing company and took off past every single person from every type of background. People that were super successful. You let a kid from Applebee's come and blow you out the water and live the life you always wanted to live, because it's people on this call that you probably make 6 figures every couple months, but you don't got the time freedom. I'm wealthy when it comes to time because I wake up when I'm finished sleeping. I don't got to clock into a place that I don't want to be. I just don't. And to me, that's wealth. Wealth is not about how much money you have. Wealth is about your time freedom. Do you control your time? Because your time is the most valuable asset. And once it's gone, you can't get it back. You can always get some money back, but you can't get that thing that's called time, the most precious thing in the entire world. And guess what? I've been time wealthy for a long time. And I put it over any amount of money. People come to me all the time about, I got this opportunity. Listen, if that opportunity going to take away from my most precious thing that's called time, I don't want it. ACN gave me my time back to spend time with my son and to do the things that I always wanted to do. So I only care about my most valuable assets, which is my time. And if you're on this call, if you don't care about your time, listen, you will as you get older. because you're so busy chasing this check every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, by the time you look up, man, 20, 30, 40, 50 years have went by, and you've done nothing to pass on to the next generation other than debt, other than stress. When I pass on, when I'm 100 plus years old, I want my family to look back and say, man, I'm so happy that my great granddaddy went out there and put in that work, because now we're living in the mansions. We got the land, we got the islands. We never got to worry about money again. Because I'm going to make sure that my son and the rest of his family that he created throughout the years never got to worry about money. Trust fund baby. He gonna be a trust fund baby. He already is, because he got a trust, but that's a whole nother story. But he's a trust fund baby. What are you doing for the next generation? How are you setting up your kids for the next generation? I was setting up my son before I even had a son, because I knew that one day I had to pass on everything that I'm building. And I'm still working hard today, because guess what? What's the point of working hard if you're not going to give your kids a better lifestyle? What's the point of it? If you're not doing that, then what you doing? Because like Mr. Thomas said, in the Bible, it says that a good man leaves to his kids. And we ain't talking about leaving debt. We're talking about leaving something that can carry on for many generations to come. You know that some of these brands, I'm going to end with this, some of these brands that we're so obsessed with, do you not know that the brand that you're so obsessed with, that's a family's last name that somebody's great-great-great-great-grandparent did something for, and the family is still making money? When you like Louis Vuitton was someone's last name. Rolls Royce is a family's last name. Everything that we love that's luxury is a last name. And we work and we spend our whole life to purchase somebody else's last name, but you won't invest time, energy, and money into building up your own last name. So again, who's going to know you and your family years from now? I know that when someone mentions Shakeel Cooper, they're going to say, boy, your daddy was a hustler. Your daddy, man, he was the man. So I know that one day, I'm telling you, my son is going to look back and he's going to be thankful that his daddy put in the work. He's going to be very thankful. So are you going to grow up older and have your kids be thankful for you? Are your kids grateful for you? Are your kids grateful for the things that you've done to put them in a better position, to send them to a better college? Or is your kids living the same life that you used to live, or worse because of inflation? So many years I see the grandparents struggle, the parents struggle, and now the kids struggling. All y'all passing down the struggle. Nobody's passing down wealth. Nobody's passing on knowledge. Nobody's passing on information that can pass on to the next generation. I'm telling you, my kid gonna be a millionaire by the time he turn 18. Multi-millionaire by the time he turn 18. That's why I don't really put him in sports. He can play soccer and stuff now, but guess what? We build businesses. That's what our family's gonna be known for. We build companies from zero to hero. And it's crazy I said zero to hero. You got a dog now, and the dog name is Hero. I don't know why they named the dog Hero, but you know, everything's in line. So again, what work are you guys willing to put in every single day moving forward? Stop talking about what you're going to do. Just do it. Stop complaining about this person. Just go talk to people. The right person is going to see it and sign up. The right person that see it is going to just do it. But if you don't go out there and do it first, they're not going to do it. Be the example, lead by example, and go out there and get some money. Let that be the motivation. There's nothing wrong with money being a motivation, because at the end of the day, you get up and you're motivated to be in traffic, go to work for 8 hours, be in traffic for another hour and a half, come home, go to sleep, and do that for the next 40 plus years. But people say, I'm not motivated by money. Then why you go to work every single day? It doesn't make sense. You just don't want to do the work. And it's okay. If you don't want to do the work, it's okay. Just stop lying to yourself and say that you want this better life. And just be okay with the life that you have right now and be grateful for it. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with living in an apartment. There's nothing wrong with driving a $15,000 car that's 10 years old. It's nothing. Listen, as long as it's grateful for you and you happy, do it. But stop lying to yourself and say that you want this out of life and all these great things out of life, and you're not willing to do the work. Just stop lying to yourself, and guess what? We all will be happy. So again, I pass the call back to you, Mr. Thomas. I hope today was motivation for you guys to go out there again, make it happen, and just do what you said that you want to do, and stop lying to yourself.